Man like age. Hello. It is freezing. There's more people here than I thought there would be. When I got here, there was, well, one because I arrived. I saw like two people actually when I got to the cafe. But apart from that, and now there's this massive crowd. No, there's 8 people over there and me sitting here freezing cold. So I want to talk quickly about the fact that I haven't been putting any videos on. I had an injury last week that it was taking my breath away. The pain was really bad. So I cancelled an interview that I had lined up with Jay Smith and also Robert Spencer. So I'm going to reschedule that. We're going to talk about hopefully persecution, focus on that, because I don't know if you know that 750 Ethiopians were slaughtered within the last couple of weeks, like in one go. The persecution doesn't stop just because I'm not doing the vids, obviously. I wish it would stop because I was doing the vids. I was hoping that Boko Haram would just get bored of my face and just stop doing what they're doing. But it doesn't seem to be working yet, but obviously we live in hope. So, I don't really know what to chat about. Georgia, where are you? Why are you in the warm and I'm not? Basically, is the question of the week. I don't know if someone wants to pick a topic and I'll just waffle for a little while. Ha! Hello. Right, any topics, anything whatsoever. Anything. Pick a topic, make it obviously like not X-rated. Thank you very much. Yes, I think so, man. Like I think check the channel. God bless. Are we in the end times? What a lovely little question. Okay, so my take on that, my brother knows a lot more than me about eschatology because, to be frank, I get a little bit scared. I do know that there's supposed to be, I think from either Daniel or Revelation, there will be a time when Egypt will be uninhabitable for 40 years. So that hasn't happened yet. So that's an indicator that there is at least 40 years. And there's also, I think, 1,000 years of peace floating around somewhere, but I'm not the one to ask. Although, there are signs. So it says in the end times, basically good will be called evil, evil will be good. The racist, anti-racist. I'm not going to be finished a while. The racist, anti-racist stuff. Then I'm coming to you, John. Then, I don't think this is the end times. Please God, because I have little nieces and stuff who I'd like to see grow up. What do I think of the vaccine? Not to influence anyone because it's everybody's individual choice, obviously, as an adult. But I would not take the vaccine. For a lot of money, I would not take it. Not that money's important, but no, not for me, thank you. I also don't take a flu vaccine. When I have taken a flu vaccine, I've got the flu. It might be a lesser dose, or a lesser manifestation of it, but it still happens. I'm pretty confident that in the West, in the last 50 or so years, however long it is now, nobody gets polio other than those who have the polio vaccine. The fact that inoculations are based on injecting small amounts of the, certain markers of the virus into people is indicative of the fact that if you then develop it, it is based on the vaccine. And I don't necessarily trust. I don't trust the government in its entirety, really. There are certain elements of the government which I do trust, but the figures, the fact, for me, a bit of a red flag was the 201 event, which was prior to the official launch, as it were, of the virus, and yet they were having 14 heads of state had a simulated global pandemic exercise, similar, I guess, to 7/7 in London when the police just happened to be having a training exercise in the right area on that day. And you're like, so the fact that they don't give the recovered statistics anymore is definitely odd. Also, the death numbers when they're too low, all of a sudden they go for a walk. Nobody needs to see them. The people with no underlying health conditions who have died in the past year, I think, is in the double digits. So we've absolutely closed down our economy, put our future generations into massive amounts of debt. Pension age will rise. The elderly are being cajoled into taking the vaccine. My nan, they sent a letter that basically makes it sound as if you must, when you certainly don't. Okay, so that's that question out of the way. Agenda. It's a little bit of a practice run for martial law, if you like, I guess. Just seeing how easily certain sections of the population will acquiesce to nonsensical and illegal rules. You shouldn't be able to be confined to your quarters, as it were, without committing a crime. And if the crime is leaving your house, then that's a bit of an odd one. How long do I think the COVID thing will last? Well, flu hasn't gone anywhere, Akami. It took them 30 to 40 years to successfully treat an AIDS patient. I think it depends. Financial incentives are definitely far greater. I don't ever remember Africa being closed down because of Ebola or malaria, which kills millions. So because it's the West and because it's being hit so hard and because the economies are suffering, I think there will be a greater drive to negate it if it's not being used as some sort of weaponized. I don't know. The byproducts of these lockdowns and restrictive measures are pretty odd, considering Sweden is in no great a different position and they didn't have any lockdown. Hello to everyone. I'm not doing a policeman impression with the hello. Where is Ben? He is somewhere warm. I'm pretty confident of this. He said to me, not this week, but I will come next week. But then he did say that a few weeks ago. So he's still online. He's still doing videos. But yeah. So what else are we looking at? The thing is, if doctors are harassing people into having the vaccine, I would ask them for evidence of a 10-year trial, which is, I think, pretty standardised in the medical community. They can't have it, and they're testing it out on old people who may not have 10 years anyway. So, unless you're working with very medically vulnerable people, even actually, I think I read, although you can't believe all you read, that people who've had the vaccine are still able to be carriers. So I don't know what's that. I don't know what that's about. Sorry, I'm laughing at man like no, nobody has ever retired because of a deal. I'm pretty confident. So let's. Unless you have underlying health conditions, like I said, those without underlying health conditions are in the just like double digits, not even up to 100 of people die. People under 60 also, I don't even think it's 500 at this point. And I don't mean to sound callous towards people over 60. Yeah, a little bit, but nowhere near as much as myself. But who closes an economy because non-working age people are dying? They're at home anyway, potentially, or it's much easier for them to be at home. So, I know that the retirement age isn't 60 anymore, but it'll most probably soon be 70 because of this. And also another horrifying thought is that in 20, 30 years, the country will be run by people who are homeschooled by their parents who may have been having a little drink, and watching Jeremy Kyle or whatever the equivalent is nowadays. So I think, I'm not happy with the way society's going, really, but trying to make a teensy difference. I'm doing a critical reasoning uni thing, which is very interesting. If anyone wants to have a chat with me about it, you can obviously come to not Parlour, Discord. The link will not be in the description box of this until I edit it, but it is in my other videos that are not live streams kind of thing. Oh yeah, so elderly people are being very subtly harassed. Like, basically the older generation are more prone to trust anything that's on headed paper or on the BBC or coming from the doctor's surgery and stuff like that. So I would say if you do have any elderly relatives, have a word with them and just point out the dangers of taking something that hasn't had clinical trials or not any longevity studies anyway. Right. Okay, so, George is talking about the RNA in the vaccine. The end times, Harry L says, started in 31 AD. Oh, okay, so it's not a flash in the pan then. I think I consider end times as the tribulation, I guess, the lesser tribulation, maybe. So, yeah. So in Exodus again, and I had forgotten how much I like the Old Testament, and I've been kind of mixing it up with little bits of the New Testament that are relevant and that cross-reference. And there's a app that I don't get paid by, but it's called YouVersion, YouVersion, and it's a little brown Bible, the picture, and then you can add me if you like, and then people can do reading plans together and stuff, and sometimes it's just like a little page or a little verse, and then you just write what you think. So yeah, God bless everyone. That's a good idea, because I hope he does. It says in the Bible that he will not forget the work you have done for him. So yeah, try it out. Besides, what's the harm in maybe just, whilst everyone, well, not everyone, I'll get my words out in a minute. Whilst everyone is more likely to be home and not surrounded by pigeons, there's no harm if you want to discuss your faith with somebody who you maybe haven't considered sharing it with. But don't be offended if they are not very receptive, because that's just the way it goes sometimes. But they won't be. They'll be without excuse on Judgment Day anyway, the Bible says. But try and help them before they get there, really. Right. Any other? My hand is numb anyway, so it doesn't matter. I don't think this guy. I don't think pigeons know who he is, to be fair. Hello, Aladdin, you're right. Yeah, my hand is numb. Oh. Yeah, so the Christian Prince petition, everybody, it will be available in the description box of this one. I get so irritated when I promise stuff like that and then forget, but I will not forget. I shared it around this morning. I posted it into Discord. If anyone wants to find it, it's in the general chat of SOCO. It's also in my WhatsApp groups if you're in them. There's quite a lot of warm-looking police in a van over there, but I am sitting here in a solitary manner, just surrounded by people, obviously, and ducks. I can hear a fudge. Yep, it's a duck. Does everyone want to see a duck? Just on his own, looking for some bread. I don't know what ducks are. I don't know why people. I think feeding them bread probably weighs them down. There's two of them. Okay, at least they're not. Did I watch my 90-minute debate with Bob? Okay, Aladdin, I did not, I'm afraid. I don't even, literally, this is to my chagrin, but because of uni, because of real life, because of trying to make content and reading through the persecution stuff, I don't even get a chance often to watch 10-minute clips. My watch later list is in the 200s, and I start feeling really proud when I get it down to watch Hitchens debating his brother and stuff like that. Sometimes I watch bits and pieces. Jordan Peterson has got some really good biblical stuff, except that they're 2.5 hours long each. But yeah, I have them there as a kind of reminder of how little time I have to fulfill the commission. And so I might have to stand up now, because my I'll go with the tops of my legs are numb, which is more polite than saying my backside. I can't feel it.
Are you leaving?
No, I'm just going to walk around, but I am leaving soon.
Because I need to talk to you.
Not at the moment. I'm just doing this. But then, if you want to come on the tube or something like that, but
Do you want to go
freezing. No, I'm just live streaming. There's no signal down there.
No, I need to talk to you.
I'm just talking to quite a few people on my
How
phone.
they do it? Wait.
Hang on a minute. Sorry, everyone. What's the topic? No, I hear this. What's the topic? Well, then I'm walking around and then I'm going to be getting on the tube. If you want to come down on the tube,
Yes.
that's fine. Oh, no worries. Right, so I'm just walking so that I can feel my legs. I still can't feel my hands though, but that's all right. Who needs to? Just greedy, really. Oh, lots of pigeons. Right. Oh, John, that was someone called Abdul. He's a Sufi. Very intense for a Sufi lately. I'm pretty bored of being told, oh, no, it's the translation. No, it doesn't say that. When yes, it does. And it doesn't really matter the literal translation, even though I believe we have it. And Osama Dakdo is a good one. It's just that if, the majority of people who read it decide that it means something, then that is a translation in and of itself. If people go and fight those who believe not in Allah nor the last day, then it must say something along those lines, which it does. So let me turn the chat on again. I've got to switch hands. Oh gosh. Right, so any more before I try to regain feeling in my poor extremities. Oh no, Dragana, I think you're absolutely right. There is no defending. That's why you find that Islamic polemicists, there are not many Islamic apologists, if you notice, because if ever I bring up any of this, what I get is the Bible being attacked, which is pretty bizarre because Allah says that He revealed sections of the Bible, but they don't get given a squeeze by it. Yeah, so you find that you say, why does Muhammad say this? And there's literally the people, and that's it. And none of them are really worth arguing with, as it were, because they all agree. You're right, Mark. I'm just live streaming. I don't know if he knows what that is. Did they move you on from the park?
Yeah.
Right, it's because you look like such a troublemaker.
They said you were having a discussion. I said, what's this between discussion and conversation?
You should have said, but aren't you discussing it with me now? Aren't you exacerbating the situation? Right, so I think, unless anyone's got any, I'm going to do definitely, I'm going to promise at least one, maybe 2 live streams in the week. Please, if you would love to, or just like to, come on to Discord, and I lecture there every evening, Monday to Friday, 7:30 UK time. Mondays is biblical exegesis, Tuesday is apologetics, Wednesday is polemics, Thursday is church history or any miscellaneous stuff, and Friday is women only. And putting on a squeaky voice doesn't work if you have testicles, because it's women's only. People born women, still women, those kind of people. So that's Monday to Friday. And that's it. Come and see us on Discord. If you don't like it, you can always go off of it again. And I don't know, I'm not a very good salesperson, except for come to Jesus. You know you want to. You know deep down you want to. Just do it. What's the worst that can happen? Like literally nothing. Okay then. All right, I'm going to sign off, and hope that you are all warmer than I am, that you all smile or laugh or feel loved every day, but definitely today because it is the Lord's Day. And I will see you shortly. Bye. If I can turn off the phone, which probably not. Bye.